Ancient Egypt, with its pyramids, hieroglyphs, and pharaohs, continues to fascinate us. Ancient Egypt, born from the Nile, unified under pharaohs, made remarkable advancements in writing, mathematics, and medicine. Their legacy influenced the ancient world and human history. Join us on a journey through time to explore the rise and fall of ancient Egypt. Around 3100 BC, Narmer unified Egypt, marking the start of the early dynastic period. The Old Kingdom, known for its pyramids, showcased Egypt's architectural prowess. The Old Kingdom saw significant cultural development with advances in art, literature, and religion. The Old Kingdom's decline led to the First Intermediate Period, marked by political turmoil. Around 2055 BC, Mentuhotep II reunited Egypt, beginning the Middle Kingdom. The Middle Kingdom's golden age saw peace, prosperity, and cultural flourishing. The Middle Kingdom was a time of significant cultural achievement in art, literature, and architecture. The Middle Kingdom's decline led to the Second Intermediate Period, marked by division and foreign rule. Section 1. A New Dawn, the rise of the 18th dynasty and the expulsion of the Hyksos. The Second Intermediate Period, though a time of turmoil and foreign rule, ultimately proved to be a crucible from which a new and vibrant Egypt would emerge. By the 16th century BC, a new dynasty, the 18th, rose to prominence in Thebes, determined to expel the Hyksos and reunite Egypt under native rule. Leading the charge was a series of warrior kings, including Sekenenre-Tau and Kamose, who challenged the Hyksos dominance. Their efforts paved the way for Ahmose I, who finally defeated the Hyksos, drove them out of Egypt, and re-established Egyptian control over the Nile Valley. With Ahmose's victory, the new kingdom began, ushering in a period of unprecedented power, prosperity, and cultural brilliance. The experience of foreign rule under the Hyksos had a profound impact on the Egyptians. Determined to prevent a similar situation from recurring, the New Kingdom pharaohs adopted a more militaristic approach. They expanded the Egyptian army, incorporating new weaponry and tactics learned from the Hyksos, such as the use of chariots and composite bows. This new military might enable the New Kingdom pharaohs to embark on a series of ambitious military campaigns, pushing the boundaries of the Egyptian empire far beyond its traditional borders. They expanded south into Nubia, securing valuable gold mines and trade routes. To the east, they campaigned in the Levant, clashing with the Mitanni and Hittites for control of valuable resources and trade routes. Section 2. The Warrior Pharaohs, expanding the empire's reach. Under a succession of powerful pharaohs, the Egyptian empire reached its zenith, stretching from the Euphrates River in the north to the fourth cataract of the Nile in the south. These warrior pharaohs, through their military campaigns and strategic alliances, secured Egypt's position as the dominant power in the ancient Near East. Thutmose I, the third pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, is credited with expanding Egypt's empire further south into Nubia, reaching as far as the third cataract of the Nile. He also campaigned eastwards, reaching the Euphrates River and erecting a victory stela to commemorate his conquests. His successor, Thutmose III, is considered one of Egypt's greatest military strategists. He led 17 military campaigns over his long reign, defeating the Mitanni and securing Egypt's control over the Levant. His victory at the Battle of Megiddo, considered a masterpiece of military planning, solidified his reputation as a brilliant military commander. Hatshepsut, one of the few women to rule Egypt as pharaoh, focused on expanding trade and commissioning ambitious building projects rather than engaging in large-scale military campaigns. Her reign was marked by peace and prosperity, and she is remembered for her impressive mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari, a testament to her power and architectural ambition. These pharaohs' military successes brought immense wealth and resources back to Egypt, fueling a period of economic prosperity and cultural efflorescence. Temples were expanded and adorned with dazzling works of art, while royal tombs were filled with exquisite treasures, reflecting the wealth and power of the new kingdom. The new kingdom, however, was not just a time of military expansion and imperial grandeur. It was also a period of profound religious and artistic change, most notably during the reign of the enigmatic pharaoh Akhenaten. Breaking with centuries of tradition, Akhenaten sought to overturn the established religious order, replacing the traditional pantheon of gods with a single deity, the Aten, represented by the sun disk. This religious revolution, known as the Amarna period after Akhenaten's new capital city, Amarna, had a profound impact on Egyptian art and culture. Traditional artistic conventions were abandoned in favor of a more naturalistic and expressive style. Statues and reliefs depicted the royal family, particularly Akhenaten, Nefertiti and their children, with elongated features, exaggerated curves, and a sense of intimacy and emotional openness rarely seen in earlier Egyptian art. Akhenaten's religious reforms were met with resistance from the powerful priesthood of Amun, whose influence he sought to curtail. He closed their temples, confiscated their lands, and attempted to erase the names and images of the traditional gods from monuments and texts. However, his revolution proved short-lived. After his death, his successors, including the boy king Tutankhamun, reversed his religious reforms, restoring the traditional pantheon and returning the capital to Thebes. Despite its brief duration, the Amarna period had a lasting impact on Egyptian art and religion. It demonstrated the capacity for change and innovation within Egyptian culture, even within the seemingly rigid confines of pharaonic rule. Following Akhenaten's death and a brief period of uncertainty, a young boy ascended to the throne, taking the name Tutankhamun. Crowned at the age of 9, Tutankhamun's reign was dominated by powerful advisors who sought to restore order after the upheaval of the Amarna period. Under their guidance, Tutankhamun reversed many of Akhenaten's religious reforms. He restored the traditional pantheon of gods, reopened the temples that had been closed, and returned the capital to Thebes. The traditional religious order was re-established, and the worship of Amun, the king of the gods, was reinstated. Despite his short reign, which ended with his death at the age of 18, Tutankhamun is one of the most famous pharaohs today, largely due to the discovery of his nearly intact tomb in 1922 by Howard Carter. The treasures found within his tomb, including his golden funerary mask, provided an unprecedented glimpse into the wealth and splendor of a New Kingdom pharaoh's burial. Though Tutankhamun's reign was brief and largely overshadowed by the reigns of his predecessors and successors, his legacy lies in the restoration of traditional religious practices and the preservation of the artistic and cultural heritage that had been threatened during the Amarna period. His tomb, with its dazzling array of artifacts, serves as a poignant reminder of the power and grandeur of the New Kingdom. The new kingdom reached its final peak during the reign of Ramses II, often referred to as Ramses the Great. Ascending to the throne in his early 20s, Ramses II ruled for over 6 decades, a reign marked by ambitious building projects, military campaigns, and a concerted effort to project an image of power and divine authority. Ramses II was a prolific builder, constructing temples, monuments, and cities on a scale unmatched by any other pharaoh. He expanded the temple complex at Karnak, adding a massive hypostyle hall supported by towering columns, and built a new temple at Abu Simbel, featuring colossal statues of himself carved directly into the cliff face. In addition to his building projects, Ramses II also led his armies on numerous military campaigns, primarily against the Hittites in the Levant. The most famous of these conflicts was the Battle of Kadesh, a chariot battle that resulted in a stalemate but was later hailed by Ramses as a great victory. He eventually negotiated a peace treaty with the Hittites, one of the earliest known peace treaties in history, marking a period of relative peace and stability in the region. Ramses II's long reign and impressive accomplishments cemented his legacy as one of Egypt's most powerful and influential pharaohs. His monuments and inscriptions, designed to project an image of divine kingship and unparalleled power, ensured that his name would be remembered for centuries to come. The glorious reign of Ramses II marked the culmination of the new kingdom's power and influence. However, beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to appear. The seeds of decline sown during Ramses II's reign would eventually lead to Egypt's slow unraveling. His successors faced internal strife, economic woes, and external threats. The cost of maintaining a large empire strained the economy. Internal divisions and the rise of new external threats further weakened Egypt. The late Bronze Age collapse left Egypt vulnerable to invasion and conquest. Following Ramses II, Egypt faced political and economic instability. Weak pharaohs struggled to maintain control, leading to internal divisions and power struggles. External threats, like the Libyans and Nubians, exploited Egypt's vulnerability. By the 8th century BC, Egypt was fragmented into competing kingdoms. The Assyrians sacked Thebes in 663 BC, marking a low point in Egyptian history. Yet the resilience of Egyptian culture continued to glow, waiting to reignite. Despite internal strife and foreign domination, the desire for reunification burned brightly in Egypt. The Saite dynasty arose, expelling invaders and reviving Egypt's past glory. Psamtik I reunited Egypt, forming alliances and restoring stability. The Saite rulers emulated past achievements, restoring temples and promoting traditional art. Egypt experienced a cultural and economic revival with flourishing trade and arts. However, this resurgence was brief, ending with a new wave of foreign rule. From conquerors to collaborators, Egypt under foreign rule, the Saite Renaissance was a fleeting interlude in Egypt's history. The balance of power in the Near East shifted irrevocably. New empires with vast resources and powerful armies vied for control. The Persians, led by Cambyses II, conquered Egypt in 525 BC. They adopted a pragmatic approach, recognizing Egypt's strategic importance. The Persians fostered economic growth and stability. They allowed Egyptians to practice their religion and adopted some customs. Resentment simmered, leading to periodic revolts. The arrival of Alexander the Great brought a new era. The Ptolemaic dynasty, a fusion of cultures and the end of an era. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great conquered Egypt, hailed as a liberator. The Egyptians welcomed him, hoping to break free from Persian rule. Alexander respected Egypt's culture and founded Alexandria. At Siwa Oasis, he was declared the son of Zeus Amun. Alexandria became a hub of learning and culture. After Alexander's death, his empire was divided. Ptolemy thus took control of Egypt, starting the Ptolemaic dynasty. The Ptolemies adopted Egyptian customs and traditions. They styled themselves as pharaohs and built temples. They also promoted Greek culture in cities like Alexandria. Egypt experienced peace and prosperity under the Ptolemies. Alexandria flourished as a center of trade and scholarship. The Library of Alexandria became the largest in the ancient world. But the Ptolemaic dynasty faced internal struggles and economic woes. Rome's growing power led to its downfall. In 30 BC, Cleopatra VII's death marked Egypt's fall to Rome. Ancient Egypt's legacy continues to resonate throughout history. The echoes of Pharaohs, ancient Egypt's enduring legacy. The sands of time have swallowed empires, their grandeur fading into the whispers of history. Yet ancient Egypt, even in its demise, continues to hold a captivating grip on our collective imagination. It was a civilization that rose from the fertile banks of the Nile, flourished for millennia, and finally succumbed to the relentless march of time and the ambitions of foreign powers. But its story did not end there. Its legacy, much like the treasures buried within its ancient tombs, has transcended time, leaving an indelible mark on the world we know today. The echoes of ancient Egypt resonate through the very fabric of human civilization. Its monumental architecture, from the towering pyramids of Giza to the majestic temples of Karnak and Luxor, stands as enduring testaments to human ingenuity and ambition. These structures, built with rudimentary tools and sheer manpower, continue to inspire awe and wonder, attracting millions of visitors each year, eager to witness their grandeur firsthand. But the legacy of ancient Egypt extends far beyond its impressive monuments. Its contributions to art, language, and technology laid the groundwork for future civilizations. The Egyptians developed a system of writing, hieroglyphics, which enabled them to record their history, beliefs, and knowledge, preserving them for posterity. Their art, characterized by its vibrant colors, intricate details, and symbolic representations, continues to captivate art enthusiasts and scholars alike. And let us not forget the Egyptians' contributions to mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. They developed a calendar system based on their observations of the celestial bodies, a system remarkably similar to the one we use today. Their knowledge of human anatomy, gleaned from the practice of mummification, advanced the field of medicine. The echoes of their innovations resonate through the corridors of time, influencing the development of Western civilization and shaping the world we inhabit today. A timeless fascination, unraveling the mysteries, embracing the wonder. Ancient Egypt continues to fascinate us with its mysteries, pharaohs, and rituals. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb reignited global interest. Our desire to understand the past connects us to ancient Egypt. The art, hieroglyphics, and statues transport us to another time. Our fascination with ancient Egypt is a testament to its legacy. The achievements of the past continue to inspire us today.